today.
From Commanders Field in Landover, Maryland.
It's week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Washington Commanders taking on Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome, as we come to you from Commanders Field here in Landover, Maryland. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they're led out by Washington's 4th-round pick back in 2012, a 3-year starter in D.C., now going against his former mates. Here's Kirk Cousins. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. Now he's loose at the 40, inside the 20, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. And look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts, and when it does, he makes it count.
First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll run with Robinson. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Kirk Cousins keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener.
That's a great alternative there to the old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Instead, let your quarterback take it in the shotgun and essentially choose his own path. He scans the situation, makes the right read, and takes it into the end zone on the QB draw.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to Robinson now on first down. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. They work now on 2nd and 9. To throw is Daniels. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I know some guys that love to start the year off with a deep shot downfield, trying to begin things with a home run ball. That might be the more exciting option, but I think that this was the smarter play.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Now Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Throwing now is Daniels. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass in the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's...
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds. That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was Jahan Dotson with a touchdown catch to finish things off. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. First down, here's Cousins. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Throwing is Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Sets up the screen to Robinson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
Again, it's Cousins. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They go play action. Daniels sliding out of the pocket. That one downfield for Dotson. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Daniels looking to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Pushing his way through. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Falcons offense set to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
81 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 1. Play action now. Cousins. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And the Washington offense heading out. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Daniels now on 1st and 10. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. On the counter, this is Robinson. Gets past one man. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commanders 1st down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Daniels. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
To throw on third down, Daniels. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. One heck of a third down conversion, 33 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Daniels. On the screen, this is Eckler. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check smash, check smash.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Cousins now to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Short throw caught by Pitts. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the gun, here's Cousins. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. 2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Cousins. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing, Cousins. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Robinson up the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 95 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, Cousins. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. Call it a gain of a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Cousins. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, they've certainly not shied away from throwing the football as they've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Coup for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense set to take over. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a 2nd down throw for Daniels. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On the draw, Robinson. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Complete, it's Dodson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he gets it down to the 32. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Again, it's Robinson. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now 2nd and 9.
Check that, street.
Operating from the gun. Daniels, flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On third down, Daniels able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons 16. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Robinson on a give right side. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They run the draw here with Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
But, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Now they'll change things up. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! Jahan Dotson, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Bijan Robinson and the Falcons back onto the field. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Robinson, he'll try the left side. Able to push his way through. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And caught by London. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Now Cousins. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Cousins to throw it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. 23 yards on the play.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
Cousins again. Short throw caught by Pitts. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second down, Cousins. Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Robinson with another carry. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, Daniels.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than...
Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
To throw is Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Cousins on 3rd and 2.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
On 1st and 10, Cousins.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
They'll throw again. Cousins. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And here's Bradley Pinion now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
On first down, here's Daniels to throw.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Disrupting that play and dropping him was Arnold Ebiketie.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
To the air goes Daniels.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. There he goes left side.
Off to the races.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 66 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. To throw is Daniels. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season, so let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. The Commanders got a strong first half out of their quarterback, Jaden Daniels. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Commanders up first on offense as we begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Handoff now to Robinson to about the 48-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down and 6 now.
Defense wins championships, baby. Check my 40. Check my 40. Switch.
Daniels looking to throw. This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin. And McLaurin going to pick up a Commanders first down as he's going to get this down to the 45-yard line.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Draw play, it's Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Mike 40. 6-man.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Now Daniels.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Arnold Ebiketie in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the 1st half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Washington. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll run again here with Robinson. He'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Robinson will try to pick it up. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
A give left side to Robinson.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one goes for 8 yards.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
On second down, Eckler. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the
this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
I don't care what the emphasis is. The NFL at any given time, every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Eckler. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. A first down throw for Cousins.
Into the hands of London.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Cousins on first down. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins.
Short throw caught by Pitts.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Algier going straight ahead.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 32-yard line.
On the handoff, McClellan.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Cousins now. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down. Now back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are. Yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons.
Made his first, this now from 42 yards out.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that'll bring him back within 4.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Here's Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Washington. Good footwork at the 30. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be Falcon football. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
On 2nd, here's Algier. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And that, nearly picked off. First interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
At this point in the 2nd half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Cousins. Got London on the slant. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Algier. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Algier again. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tyler Algier taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Tyler Algier capping things off with a touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Commanders' offense set to take over. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
They begin the drive with Robinson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing now is Daniels.
Flush to his right. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
First down, here's Cousins.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Throwing, Cousins. This complete to Langford.
He's got room to roam.
Touchdown, Falcons! A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Coup now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A first down throw for Daniels. Finding McCaffrey on the slant. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Second down and a run by Robinson. And this is going to be a Commanders first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, it's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Robinson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down on their own side of the field. Close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man on man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
Slings this deep for McLaurin. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
And quickly they get to the line. On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive goes 8 plays.
And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On play action, Cousins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Give to Algier from the shotgun.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
2nd and 10.
To throw, Cousins.
Dumps this one off to Algier.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Cousins. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Algier now up the middle.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins.
He's got his man, London, right side.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. On the ground, here's McClellan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
And that right there is the definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line. And here, they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101? Check that box.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. Daniels now on 1st and 10. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
On 2nd down, it's Daniels.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards. And the Commanders are back within a score. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's finished off by a Terry McLaurin touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now.
run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Now a carry for Algier, headed right.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Algier.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46.
Algier with another carry.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
On the give, it's Algier.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Cousins.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
Back to throw.
That's caught left side by Sinnott. Just the 1 timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And got his man complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
What a pickup there, and maybe most importantly, he's able to get out of bounds and save their final timeout. So just a breakdown defensively. You've got to find a way to make that tackle in the field of play.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4th-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Another big play in a game that's had plenty. Of them. 4th and 2. Daniel's going to throw for it. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And this isn't going to get there. It's no good. Didn't get enough leg on it. Not what you'd expect from an NFL kicker. And it's going to be the final act of this ball game. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Atlanta, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the Week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Washington, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.